Hey everybody, Jane here, and I am trying to find buddy readers for the spooky reads I plan to get through in October.
Pictures and patterns put into words that stream across the page, capturing life as soft spoken.
Alright, now I don't normally do TBRs anymore because I'm such a mood reader that when I plan a TBR by the end of the month or whatever, it doesn't look all that great to me. However, with that being said, I decided to switch it up and kind of, at the very least, make a potential reads list. So I gathered all of the books that felt very creepy, horror, Halloweenish to buddy read in October if people want to. And definitely, like, if people want to buddy read them, they'll go to the top of my list of books to actually read as opposed to just ones that I'm like, maybe I'll get to it, maybe I won't. So the first book on my list is Dark Places by Gillian Flynn. This seems like it's going to be more of a thriller, but it seems to be about a girl whose family was murdered in a satanic or occult sacrifice, or it seems like it. That's what they thought happened, but there is more to the story. It definitely is a little on the less Halloween-y vibes, but still satanic cults and murder seems like it could work. The next one I have is Strange Days. This one is another that I'm not sure entirely fits the horror, but it is a plague type thing where I'm assuming like a dystopian, people are dying because of a plague. I kind of initially thought it was a zombie thing, but then after reading the back, while it has zombie vibes, I don't think it's a zombie book, but we'll see. So there's that one. The next is The Twisted Ones. I've heard good things about T. Kingfisher, but have never read him or her. I don't even know if it's a boy or girl. Anyway, this seems to be about people. A girl reads her grandfather's journal and thinks he's just like crazy, but then she finds that some of the stuff is maybe not so far out there, far-fetched. So I've heard great things about this author. I'm excited to try it, and this definitely seems like it could be very spooky. The next one is, again, more of a thriller, but it's just a book that keeps calling to me, and I do feel like thrillers can be in that spooky vibe. Regardless, it's one I'd like to read soon, and that is The Girl on the Train. I don't fully know what this is about. My understanding is a girl, is traveling on a subway, and she sees something happen, and then she goes to the police, and they don't believe her. So, again, more thriller than horror, but I think it could be a good time. The next one I have is The Night Gardener. I do believe this is YA, and it is about children being confronted by an ancient curse. And I think this could be like, of the ones I've got, a little of the more like fun horror. So this is like a high priority for me. I really want to get to this one. The next one is Don't Look Back. This seems like it's some kind of haunted house story. It is a family lost a child, and they are given the opportunity to stay for free at this house, and bad things happen. So it looks good. I like haunted houses sometimes, like those stories sometimes. I'm a real picky reader when it's outside of my genre, and horror's not really my genre, though thriller is. The next one I have is The Resurrectionist. So my understanding is that this is probably more gothic than horror, but it is about a university where in their past, and I'm assuming but not sure, there's going to be some dual timelines or something. There was a guy who was a slave who was in charge of like getting the bodies for anatomy dissection, and things went horribly wrong. I don't know what went horribly wrong, but it definitely sounds creepy and spooky, and probably a commentary on about a lot of things, including like the cost of education to societal people. It's one thing when we look at the corpses, who your feelings may vary about desecrating corpses for science, but for the people who had to, like, were forced to go dig them up and might have felt that was against their belief system. So I think this will be a really interesting read. I don't know how spooky it'll be, but it did say in like the description that it was like a gothic vibe. The last physical book I have is Hannibal Rising. I read all the other, well, I read Silence of the Lamb, Hannibal, and Red Dragon. I really like them all. I've seen this movie, but it was so long ago that I don't remember the details. So I like the Hannibal series and I want to continue it. So I might give this a read during the spooky season. Now let's get on to the books that I have on hold from the library. I'm going to grab my phone and look at what is on hold. Okay, so some of the books that I am looking at, I went through like my Libby's Stephen King selection. So some of the books I have on hold is 1922. I don't know what that's about, but it's got like a haunted house look to it. A Good Marriage, which I don't know, this doesn't look like a happy marriage. There's like towels with blood on them. I also have Lissy's story, Lisey, Carrie, Christine, Rose Madder, and Holly. Now, I will say I don't expect Holly to get to me before Halloween or before a spooky season because it's a 14-week wait. Rose Madder is a 9-week wait, and so is Christine. Carrie's at 8-week, and Lizzie is a 5-week. The others are ones that I have on my shelf currently, the 1922 and A Good Marriage. So I don't even know if those will get here in time, but I wanted to put them on this TBR just in case. And if they're on your radar, maybe we could do a buddy read for them. So if you want to buddy read any of these books with me, please send me a message. Send me an email. All that information is below, letting me know what book you want to read and if you want to do it over email, if you're on my social medias, if you're on my TikTok, my Instagram, you can message me those ways. Just let me know and how you like the buddy read process to go. I tend to like it to be where we read and we just kind of send thoughts back and forth and are vague enough so there's no spoilers, but also like fun. So, for instance, let me give you an example of an actual message I just sent to the person I'm buddy reading a different book with. They're going on a date because of the app. I hope this guy is the kidnapper and that she gets kidnapped because the girl in this book is trying to solve the kidnapping and it's a romance. It's a romance is the primary plot, but then there's like a secondary subplot. And so anyway, she's trying to get back on the horse of dating because the guy she really loves, they don't think they can't be together. Unfortunately, the guy did not turn out to be a kidnapper. That was very sad because that would have made the plot much more interesting than what was happening in the book I'm reading. But like that's the kind of back and forth, or like, oh my gosh, he's got a tongue ring. Hope we see some action with that later. Like these are all legit things I've sent to my current buddy reader. So like that's kind of how I imagine buddy reading, but we can adjust to what you like as well. So yeah, if this seems like something you want to do, please send me a message. I would love to buddy read with you. All right, this has been Jane. Bye.